What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I'm going to focus in on the Carolina Hurricanes having the worst record in the league through the early goings of the 2016-2017 season. Arizona's record sucks also. So does Nashville's. Islanders, plenty of other teams. But I think Carolina is the most likely team to stay put at the bottom of the standings because they are not a very talented team. So we're going to dish on the top player in this upcoming draft, Nolan Patrick of the Brandon Wheat Kings, and what would he look like in Carolina? Patrick's got 9 points in 6 games in the season. He's a big center, 6'3", 200 pounds at age 18. Just missed the cutoff for last year's draft by 3 days. Patrick, I've done a prospect profile. I've talked about him ad nauseum. He's not Connor McDavid. He's not Austin Matthews. He's going to be a very good center in the National Hockey League, though, which is a position the Carolina Hurricanes can afford to get a little heavier on. The trade away Eric Stahl, your longtime big center that does all that shit, and they really haven't found an adequate replacement for Stahl, even though Stahl's game last couple of years has gone to hell in a handbasket. You look at some of their guys, Jeff Skinner, Victor Rask, Sebastian Aho. There's plenty of talented forwards, but their D is definitely a strong point. When you look at Justin Fulk, at Noah Hannafin, drafting Jake Bean, having some other, Hayden Fleury, other guys coming through the system, there's plenty of reason to be optimistic that brighter days are ahead of Carolina. And, I think if you add a center of the caliber of Patrick, surround him with those skilled wingers, and have that really, really good blue line, to back him up, you're definitely in a desirable situation, which is more than you can say about Carolina in the last few years. And I think there's definitely going to be some moves here and there to, address the goaltending, change some things up with some of the, veterans, the Brian Bickles and the, Ron Hainsey's and the Stepniaks of the world. But, I think Carolina actually is on a decent path. And I don't want to say it pains me to say it because I don't want to, discredit, the work they've done down there. But, they've sucked for a long time. And by being really, really bad this year and putting himself in a position to add a player like Nolan Patrick, there's going to be some better days ahead, at least in my humble opinion. So, adding Nolan Patrick gives them the potential number one center they need. They've got Aho, they've got Teuvo Teravainen, they've got a plethora of other young forwards. They've got Hannafin, Fulk, down the line Fleury and Jake Bean coming up on defense. They got Julien Gauthier coming up on the wing. So their skater's going to be good. Goaltending situation will still blow. They'll figure that out. There's maybe, they draft Patrick and sign Ben Bishop this summer. I don't know. That's going to be something to keep an eye on. But I think Nolan Patrick going to Carolina would be a desirable situation for the Canes. I think that he's the kind of player that would really kind of fill out their youth movement. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.